So grab your balls and let's go. Coach's interview. Here we fucking go.
And now, here in studios, on the Tom Berkowitz Trucking guest chair, he is a member of the Dynasty Trading Committee, is a Dynasty board member, is part of the Dynasty Power Rankings Association, the founder and president of the Riverdale Gazette. He is the Riverdale Gazette Twitter page reporter, the Dynasty Facebook page manager, the creator and manager of Dynasty Productions, and typically the Dynasty Podcast co-host. He is the Dynasty creator and commissioner and coach of the 5-0 North Riverdale Division leading Riverdale Scoopers, Coach Eric Costanza. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here in my own home at Riverdale Studios.
Coach, how does it feel to be sitting, in that chair as opposed to the one about 6 inches to your left?
I feel like a new man, Bub. The 6 inches makes a huge difference, trust me.
It certainly does.
Trust me.
We all know that. You know that. Well, no. Anyway.
Zach, thank you for joining us here, being a special co-host.
Anytime.
You look good. You've been taking your vitamins?
I've been trying.
Good. And I apologize for the awkward alarm that went off earlier.
Someone trying to break in?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah. Well, you guys are here hosting, and I hope you guys were professional and didn't fuck things up here, but...
Like leaving the microphone off?
Well, yeah, I did leave my phone on. But, hey, yeah, I mentioned a couple weeks ago, Bub, that, we had a couple attempted break-ins, and, we had another possible.
Another?
Possible, yeah.
I told you to lock that window.
Yeah.
I told you someone was going to try to break in.
The alarm went off, and all hell broke loose, but we're okay. We're all safe here.
Trying to steal Dynasty secrets.
I don't blame them. I mean,
Must have been the guards.
Ooh, I bet it was. We'll investigate it. Anyway, Coach, on to the questions. We had a couple questions for you here. We can talk back and forth. We can see how it's going.
Yeah.
Feel it out.
Some niblets.
Little niblets here. So, question number one, Coach. You obviously had a lot of picks in the draft, a lot of early round picks. Looking back on it now, that you can remember, anything that you maybe regret as far as the draft, and I'm thinking one in particular is maybe keeping DeMarco Murray, or anything else, maybe that you would have done a little differently?
Yeah, not really. The reason I say that, as far as DeMarco Murray is concerned, I mean, it was basically between Murray and S-Jax for me.
Who's not doing very well either.
Exactly, so that's why I say that. I mean, if I ended up going the S-Jax route, I think I probably would have been even worse shape than having Murray. My other option, Bub, as you know, is I almost pulled a trade in getting Stafford.
Yep.
I'll trade like a late round pick, and I was going to keep Stafford.
He's not doing that well.
He's also not doing that well. So those are really my three kind of main options that I had to decide on, early in the season, coming into the draft. So even though Murray is getting off to a slow start, I think he's faced a couple of really hard brush defenses. Dallas's line is kind of young and coming together. So they play Baltimore this week, and they actually have a pretty shitty run defense. So I'm thinking Murray might bust out this week and be solved the rest of the way. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think Ray Lewis is going to eat him.
He's going to eat him.
Eat him alive.
Coach, if you could take a look at your team and find one spot where you think you could use the most improvement, what do you think that would be?
I have a pretty solid team. I feel like...
Wow.
Indeed.
Yeah, I have a pretty solid team, Bob. What's the problem?
No,
I guess I can elaborate on that. Do you see yourself making any trades in the near future?
Well, I did actually. It's weird because usually around this time I'm always active in the trade market, always looking to better my team, do whatever I can and whatnot. This year's been different for me. I haven't had to do much, and that's even like on the free agent waiver wire spectrum. I really haven't had to do a lot, which is good because I'm doing a good. My team's doing well. But I did send an offer over to a couple teams recently. Wasn't really expecting much to come out of it, but I did. They ended up not panning out. But I mean, right now I'm not really actively trying to improve, but I'm always open to options, and we'll see what happens the rest of the way.
That Jim Graham guy scored 0 points last week.
Yeah, he snipped his ankle, Bub.
You trying to trade him or?
I would love to actually win with the team I drafted, or at least picked up, via free agency.
Right.
We actually, believe it or not, have had teams do that in the past. If for some of you tenured folks remembering, the Blandings of the world back in the early season.
He never traded.
Never made a trade. I think he mockingly made a trade for like a kicker once. But, Jimmy Graham snipped his ankle. Not too bad. It wasn't even, I think it's like a sprain or something. They have a bye week this week, so I'm hoping he heals up. And he's fine the rest of the way as well.
All right, well, I guess I wish him well. I don't really know. I wouldn't mind if he got hurt.
Coach, who do you think your biggest competition is this year? Standing in your way.
Well, I'll tell you who I picked for my contenders in the contender-pretender vote. I picked VIP. I think he's going to make it. I picked Phil, Pig Newtons. And I also picked Bubba. I picked Bubba Gump.
Interesting.
No love for Brandon on that one.
Yeah, no, I've made it pretty known here on this podcast, even though I rattled off some numbers recently regarding teams that have started 4-0 and now he's 5-0. I think this will be the first season that he, that a 4-0 team doesn't make the playoffs. Although I heard some of those trades that went through earlier in the show, and it sounds like he very much bettered his team. But I hope that actually kills his team chemistry, and he just goes down, big time down.
Big time down.
Big time down.
Yeah.
With trash talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Very, very, very strong trash talking there, Coach.
You can call me Commissioner too, Bub, if you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I'm just saying.
I like Coach.
Okay.
It just flows off the tongue better. Coach. You're 5-0, Coach. Like you said, you don't really need to make any trades. You have a really good team. Blah 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 blah. Realistic. I want a percent, plus or minus 5. What are your chances of going undefeated, a la the Miami Dolphins in 1972?
Not really thinking about that, to be honest with you. I'm going to pull a Belichick. I'm taking it one game at a time. I'll play along, and I'll give you a percentage. 8%.
Wow.
8%.
You have that much faith in your team.
Even with the division that they were currently in.
Is it a weak division?
Well, you get a little bit lucky here, not playing against Drew Brees.
Yeah,
against
actually,
VIP, and then you get 3 teams that are pretty much dumping their team right now.
Speaking of that, I twittered earlier today, informing everybody that I'm playing VIP obviously this week. Breeze has a bye. The schedule was approved by the Dynasty board members before VIP obtained Breeze. And I'm actually shocked that some ridiculous, obscene, asinine thing hasn't been accused of me this year. So I'm waiting for that to happen. But
it's early.
It's still relatively early. So I'm sure some dingleberry will come up with something. But I'm just I don't think I'm going undefeated. I'll put it that way. If I do, great. But that is not the goal this year. The goal is to win a goddamn championship.
I wouldn't want to go undefeated either.
Coach, another little bonus question here. This has already been brought up today, but how good are you at satisfying your wife? We've got her opinion of it. Let's get your opinion of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 10 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen me touch my tongue to my nose?
I haven't.
I want to see it.
I saw it now.
Yeah,
I can do that too.
Yeah. You can't. Oh, Bub can do it too.
I can't, so I'm not going to try.
You guys can't see because this is radio, but we're all touching each other's tongues with our noses. Hey, one thing I want to mention, you didn't ask me, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
My receiving corps, I'm very, very happy with. Victor Cruz, Reggie Wayne, Brandon Lloyd, and Julio Jones. Those are all guys I was very high on coming into the draft, and so far it seems like they've all panned out. And I can't even take the credit. I got to give the credit to the. I'm sure you guys are all fully aware of this. My new wide receivers coach, future Hall of Famer David Givens. He is doing a wonderful job with our wide receiving corps. I know he's still having a tough time, walking, but just want to point that out there that if there's one portion of my team that I'm very, very satisfied with, it's my wide receivers.
Good to see you're satisfied with your receivers. Just got 68 points last week.
Everyone's just satisfied here on in the Dynasty Podcast. Everyone. Are you satisfied, Coach, with your answers and our questions?
Yeah. You guys are doing a good job. Thank you for not derailing the entire thing. And do you have any questions about me as a commissioner? I know this is Get to Know Your Commissioner theme week.
Is there anything new coming up and anything in the works that we should know about?
Anything in the works? No, I always have some